We gonna look and see how Spencer Pratt doing. I hope he beat the primary. I really hope people get out in LA and vote. Cause it's 11 here. So the polls should just be coming. Let's see how he doing. I should have came on live earlier. See, let wait on some people to get in the room. Oh, excuse me. Let me look at something else. I gotta do a. I guess I do a little dirt. JC, do a little dirt. Forgot I had money on that card. All right, how's everybody doing? Let's see how Spencer Pratt doing. Mm. So hopefully, LA, y'all went and voted for a change for your fucked up city. Because LA is awful. I'm sorry, it's awful. I never want to visit it again. It's trash. So I hope y'all voted for change to advance Spencer Pratt to the primary. I got all this stuff on my phone. Do y'all see that? Hey JV, how you? Traders say Ken Bass and Spencer Pratt will advance to runoff in high profile LA race. I hope y'all vote for a change. Like, share, subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment. For real, y'all need something different. The Democrats have failed LA, and definitely Gavin Newsom has failed the whole state of California. Can't nobody live there. Los Angeles voters are voting today on who will be the next mayor. If no candidate receives no more than 50% of the vote, the top two getters will advance to the November runoff. Incumbent Ken Bass and former reality star Spencer Pratt are seen as favorites to go for the runoff. But if no one reaches the 50 cent, yeah, they'll have to be a main election. You did, JB. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then here they come with that bullshit. They said that it may be days. I think LA Times said it may be days before they actually have the total in. I said, oh, here we go with the bullshit. Here we go with the cheating. Let it be like Trump said, too big to read. That people actually go out there and put his name in. Then you had a ballot box set on fire, and then some ballots were stolen. I said, here they go with the bullshit. He deserves a chance. He deserves a chance. Well, they got to lose. Shit. You ain't got nothing to lose. And he did. I just finished watching his interview on No Jumper. He did a good job on No Jumper. He went to the 60s hood in Crenshaw and talked to the people. Them other people, they ain't gonna do that. He going to the damn jungles, Watts, to talk to the residents at Watts. He said, because no matter what, the gangbangers or what are still leaders in their community. And to get the word out to go out and vote. None of them other people will ever go and talk to the people in the hood. I commend him. Big up to him going to the 60s neighborhood, going to the jungles. Even though it ain't the jungles no more. Hey, how you say your name? A ball. How you? You know, going on No Jumper, which is a gang banging platform. And he did a really good interview, and he know the lingo. He know the lingo. In Detroit. I was really thank y'all for hitting that like button. I was really impressed with his interview on No Jumper. He know the lingo, he know the slang, he love rap. I didn't even realize that he was really rapping in the Fresh Prince video that he did campaign ad. That was him rapping. I did not know that. He used to rap. I said, wow, I love him. Oh, this is him arriving to vote. Let me see if I can play the video. Yeah, let me see. One minute. Skip ad. I'm Murphy Shelby. Oh, here you go. Go on, Spencer. Oh, him and his wife, Heidi. I really like him. Go, Spencer, go. If I was in LA, I'd be working for you. I would have been working on your campaign. Spencer Pratt tells Bill Maher he would arrest him as LA mayor for smoking pot in front of kids. I care. He said he care about safety, the lights being on, potholes. I don't want you smoking in front of kids at the park. I'll be enforcing if you're smoking that in front of kid at a swing. I'll be getting you as mayor. No more drugs around kids at parks, in schools, in front of daycares. We need to have a society of consequences again. Pratt said smoking pot near children at a park was something he viewed as normal when he was growing up. I never thought growing up I could smoke a blunt in front of a kid at a park. Now that happens. Moms do not want that for their kids at 5 years old. Who do what? What are you saying? He said he would be focusing on crime, homelessness, and conditions on city streets. I don't know. I don't need to know about solar. I need to focus on making sure the moms are safe and animals are not being abused. He said he not worried about solar panels. We about 3 years from solar panels, right? Because LA is a dump. One of the world's richest men have donated to him. Who is it? Oh shit. Google co-founder Sergey Brin, one of the world's richest men, maxed out his donations to Spencer Pratt just days before the vote today. He was underestimated going into the election. He was. Till he did the most brilliant ass I have ever seen in politics. He has changed the game in political advertising as far as ads. He has done a wonderful job. On Wednesday, Brim donated 1,800 to Pratt's campaign, according to records. He's the fourth richest man with a net worth of 282 billion. His primary source of wealth is Google, which he co-founded with Larry Page. He served as president until 2019. While the 1,800 donation is relatively small, it's the maximum he can donate to the mayoral campaign. Wow. So he getting endorsed left and right. And like he said, he's a registered Republican, but he's talking to everybody because LA needs to be fixed, and it really does. The New York Times did an article, Five Things You Need to Know. Oh shit, I can't. Yeah, they want me to subscribe. Damn, I can't get on the New York Times. Okay, let's check out these vids. I was hoping that some of the numbers was in, but the polls is probably just closed, and I should have did this earlier. I need to put this. Damn, I shouldn't have did that. I forgot I was on this phone. Fuck. Damn, I forgot I was on this phone. Damn. Y'all need to stop whatever you doing. Here we go. Have you guys heard thousands upon thousands of MAGA is going to Los Angeles to vote for Spencer Pratt because they don't have no voter ID, so just show up to vote. And thousands, I mean thousands, start Googling it, start searching it. People are packing their bags, doing mail-in ballots because there's no voter ID, there's no questions asked, you just show up and vote in California. So we're going to use the Democrats' rigged system against themselves. And we're going to do this in every blue state and city. I told you guys, MAGA's taking over, and we're taking over literally the United States. Well, damn. I didn't. Damn. Is going to Los Angeles to vote for Spencer Pratt because they don't have no voter ID, so just show up to vote. And thousands, I mean thousands, start Googling it, start searching it.
People are packing their bags, doing mail-in ballots because there's no voter ID, there's no questions asked. Just
Well, damn. I ain't know they was doing that one. This is Karen Bass' house. Yeah, she need to get the fuck on. Oh shit.
NGOs, the nonprofits. To me, are criminals. Okay. If you are making money off of this stuff, you're a criminal. If you're a charity, nearly all the money should go to helping people, not to salaries over $1 million. These people make over $1 million a year. Do you think they want homelessness to go away?
No.
Of course they don't. And their argument would be, well, we're trying to fix the problem, and this, is a difficult thing to get back. And I would say, well, then you should get a new career because you don't get $1 million of tax money to clean our streets. The city will do it. Thank you for pretending to be a charity. We'll do it on our own. There's no excuse for anyone to get over $1 million to increase homelessness. I would say, oh, thank you for allegedly removing 1,500 people, which you can't even prove. These numbers they have are so cooked. Drive around LA. There's more homelessness than ever. The only people they have removed are the people that have OD and are dead. 6 people are dying a day on the streets of LA. NGOs. The nonprofits are involved in that.
And you ain't lying. I have never in my life seen a amount of homeless. Skid Row is 60 blocks, starting from downtown LA. I said I would never go there again.
NGO.
I went to Nipsey Hussle Memorial before they had just shut that down.
One as mayor, and I already have set this up. The criminal investigation team of the IRS, they're coming into City Hall. Every document that I could legally hand them as mayor, we're opening up cases on all these homeless NGOs.
Yes.
Stealing our taxpayer money and increasing homelessness, not getting rid of it. So, one as mayor, and I already have set this up.
He said even what he found on Gavin Newsom, he exposing it all. And that's how I know they're going to try to cheat.
Could Spencer Pratt really win the race for
I hope so. Yes.
As a Republican? I went from hell's no just up to a couple of days ago to perhaps maybe.
Yep.
I'll tell you what is fueling Spencer Pratt's meteoric rise in the Los Angeles mayor's race and whether he has any chance to win.
This is Carl Maceo. I like him. I like this channel.
Los Angeles mayor as a Republican? I went from hell's no just up to a couple of days ago to perhaps maybe. Coming up, I'll tell you what is fueling Spencer Pratt's meteoric rise in the Los Angeles campaign to fight in California. You will receive updates on what's going on in your area. You will receive.
Okay, let's get past that.
And bring your message alive. Get a little bit more emotional in your versus what everyone else in Los Angeles gets. You might have seen it. I'm going to play it for you. This is where Mayor Bass lives. You notice something? Here, Nikki Rollins' $3 million mansion sits. They have to live in the mess they created. But this is where I live. They let my home burn down. I know what the consequences of failed leadership are. That's why I'm running for mayor. For my sons and the rest of us Angelinos that want to stop these corrupt politicians from destroying our city. We are going to keep the golden age of Los Angeles back. Okay, So, great ad is him talking. He's number one, showing how the elites live. Do as I say, not as I do. Marvelous. Because people need to understand these politicians say, I'm fat for the little guy. They're living high on the hog.
Facts. And stealing taxpayer money. That's what they doing. They stealing taxpayer money.
Now, he then pivots to, this is where I live. Notice something? It's not just highlighting the fact that the fires were ineptly managed. He's as poor as you get.
Exactly.
He lives
that part
in a rough place and a rough life, like most Los Angelinos. And then he says, "Look, I'm sick of all these problems like drugs and homelessness and crime. If you are sick of this, if you're sick of the corruption, then we need to do something about it. We have a golden age for Los Angeles that we can build." Pretty damn good ad.
It is.
He doesn't have a whole lot of money because all the establishment is lined up behind Karen Bass.
Yep.
Whether it's the government unions or the corporations. Oh, yeah, she's going to have more money than she needs to know. And she's got the liberal media on her side. She's got the machine politics.
Yes, she does.
This ramen lady, Democrat socialist, has a bunch of Yahoo, crazed activists. The polling initially in this race showed, okay, Pratt, enough name ID to become the second place finisher. Remember, if no one gets 50% plus one in the first round of voting, then there's a runoff. So Karen Bass is not liked at all. When you're the incumbent and you're only at less than 20%, things are bad. And if they're favorable, unfavorable, she's got really high unfavorables. People do.
Right. She's incompetent as fuck. He got a hell of a chance. I love showing his videos. He sure did. Everybody now is going to start doing AI ads. It's cheaper. You don't need a whole lot of money, and it's effective. I love his ads. I can't get enough of them. Look at this.
This isn't allowed, right? BBQs are banned. I'm calling my manager. Requesting manager backup, code mustard. I repeat, code mustard at register 6.
That's because she wanted to ban barbecues on hot days. And they tore her up on that. Black folk gonna barbecue regardless. We don't give a damn what you say. Who send me a reel?
What's going on? Yes, this is manager Karen at Walmart. We have a situation here. I need you to send the DSA. DSA? Attention all associates. Lock the door. We have a code mustard in progress. Scandalous mayoral candidate Nikki Rahman tries to ban backyard barbecues for residents during high fire danger days. The mayor is the chief executive of the city. The mayor has to change
He just has the best ass, and people are making them for him too. Look at this
Coming in
one.
here with no tribal politics. I'm coming here to represent all Angelinos. Spencer Pratt is coming out of the LA mayoral debate strong as he undeniably dominated his two opponents, and the internet is just exploding in support for Pratt in the last few weeks. I want to dive into the truly fascinating political campaign we are seeing right before our very eyes. We also have some new developments this week in the Blake Lively versus Wayfair case, as Judge Lyman denied Blake Lively's newest request. We're going to dive into what this means and how Justin Baldoni is moving forward and is proving that he will not be silent.
Okay, I don't want to play that video. We done seen him with the mayoral. What is
this? This is a shocking update regarding the NAACP and the Democrat Party. They're calling on Black athletes, young men coming out of high school, going into college to boycott.
Hold on, this one's supposed to be here. Let me move this.
Also, Spencer Pratt is now being attacked for his AI videos, and the president has just dropped a bombshell endorsement. Let's start with what Hakeem Jeffries had to say about this boycott. Take a listen. It's an honor to stand with members of the
I can't stand him.
This is.
Can't stand Hakeem Jeffries, black bootleg.
Start any more of these. You might think this would take punish for speaking the truth regarding that. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Okay. I heard that a straight white male former. The way that I do. I'm just trying to.
Okay, here we go.
What's happening in our country from both sides in a very calm, clear, concise manner. There are people who love it and people who don't. But you know, this is who I am. Let's go to Chelsea Handler, because this is another example why Democrats should continue to lose in the future. Listen to this. Oh, hi. If you're seeing this video, this is a reminder that a straight, white, male, former reality star that has no previous experience in government should not be a legitimate political candidate. Have we learned anything yet? The bar is on the fucking floor, people, and I need you to jump over it. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Okay, so if the bar is on the floor, who put it there? One could argue Karen Bass.
Right, that part.
As a mayor, anybody would probably do better than her, besides her city council members, of course, like Rahman, who was running, and she completely fell off a cliff. Because people realize, wait, why would we vote for Rahman when she endorsed Karen Bass and she's part of the same regime here?
Exactly.
It just doesn't make any sense. And people, listen, I think Chelsea Handler is irrelevant, of course, but that video has 6 million views on X. And I think we know why that is. Let's cap this off with what Spencer Pratt said in an interview yesterday. NGOs, the nonprofits, are involved in that. To me, are criminals. Okay. If you are making money off of this stuff, you're a criminal. If you're a charity, nearly all the money should go to helping people, not to salaries over $1 million. These people make over $1 million a year. Do you think they want homelessness to go away? Of course they don't.
Hell no. And they pocketed it. We've seen that already. They pocketing that money. Oh, I love this. He was really rapping in here. He's a fan of rap. I did not know that.
They let my home burn down. I know what the consequences of the That's what Stop watching that. It's so good. He must be stopped. This lady sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, Spencer Pratt here pulled an Uno reverse because he's been getting attacked by TMZ pretty ruthlessly because they're saying that, well, you said you stayed in this trailer, but you're actually over here at this expensive hotel in Bel Air. Campaign ad certainly made it seem that you were living in that trailer. It was a high point of the commercial, but you're at the Hotel Bel Air. So kind of undo that for us. No, to be clear, that is where, excuse me, that is where I live. That's where Karen Bass, Mayor Bass, burned down my house. That is where I will live until I have a new house. The Airstream is a temporary facility. A hotel is a temporary facility. Where my kids are in Santa Barbara right now is a temporary housing. This is where I live as This is where they burned my house down. So this semantics or the nuance of this is the consequences of their failed leadership. And again,
facts.
Live at the Hotel Bel Air. I don't.
He don't have a house. That's the point. Oh damn! Wait a minute. Let me see. Was they playing that video? The first one. Oh, here it go. And he was really rapping.
The man is a genius. Only Spencer Pratt could turn in a ruthless
Man.
campaign. He doesn't actually live in his dream. But I'm still working on it. Ready, kid? The money. Disappear. Such a fraud. You know, I was going to tell a joke about construction, but I'm still working on it. This lady sucks. Needles. Okay, there's a reset here. Now, I actually got a request to react to this one. This is, I think, the like.
Man, he got the best ass.
Interesting.
Damn, I should do big. Oh, I should do big you.
I want to talk about Spencer Pratt. Spencer Pratt is
obviously... Oh, I already did that. Let me delete that. Okay, I can delete that. Oh, let me delete that. Then he did something that most politicians don't do. He went to the 60s. Crenshaw, gangbanger. He went to the 60s, had a barbecue. He went to the jungles, Watts. Because just like you said, the OGs, the gangbangers, they are in leadership. And they are. I commend him for that. I love him for this. Oh, wait a minute. I'm keeping that video.
Set, which is one of the perfect items. Is what people are looking for, and we need to either learn how to do it.
Oh no, I'm gonna delete this video. I played it before.
I'm doing great. How are you? So these are the cookies that everyone's talking about. The sold out cookies that people should order from the fire victim. Is trying to support my campaign of saving Los Angeles, making LA safe. Yeah, these cookies. Are these the cookies that Jimmy Kimmel's sister-in-law tried to shut down? Is that? These are those famous cookies. So how do they taste? Can you taste one? These are just the best cookies in the whole world. Where can we buy these from? Was it Sam Foods? And this maker, everything costs everything. The balance is fire. So she's a victim too. And she's just trying to support her family. And that woman was trying to stop somebody from supporting their family. What message do you have for Jimmy Kimmel and his family for trying to do all this kind of stuff? You know, I hope they support a fire victim that lost everything and maybe make amends and buy some of these cookies. You know, I think that would be a good cause. I always have time to support people that are trying to build back from nothing and that are being attacked by people that obviously understand my message is common sense. So thank you to this baker who's fighting for LA.
Support her.
I'm doing great. How are you? So these are the cookies that everyone's talking about? The sold out cookies.
I can't stand Jimmy Kimmel. Did they take his ass off the air yet? I'm gonna keep that video too.
Hey Spencer, how are you, buddy? I'm doing great. How are you?
Wait a minute.
It's time to save the dog!
This is another ad. This video is of him saving the dogs that are being abused down in Skid Row. I love.
It's time to save the dog.
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
It's time to save the dog. It's time to save the dog. There are so many reasons Spencer Pratt is an unlikely candidate for mayor. It's not only that he's best known for being a reality TV villain 20 years ago, he's also never held any public office. He has no political organization, and making his long shot candidacy even longer, he's a registered Republican in Los Angeles, where no Republican has been elected mayor since Pratt was 9 years old. All of that makes it even more remarkable that Pratt is holding his own against his established opponents. Polls show him on the heels of incumbent Mayor Karen Bass and well ahead of the far-left third candidate. Supporters say it's because, unlike his more polished and carefully rehearsed opponents, the former reality TV star isn't afraid to address the troubling reality that many Angelenos say they face: rampant homelessness and the urban decay that it spawns. That's the substance, but Pratt's style is making a bit of a splash too. Most of the buzz Pratt built for his campaign came through flashy viral videos, almost all of which are produced using AI. And although the tech to make them is artificial, hence the AI videos themselves being artificial, a lot of Angelenos recognize their city and the decline that is all too real. It takes 90 seconds for this NASA-engineered AC.
Man, I hope he win. I hope. Oh shit!
There are so many reasons that this politicians of either side have never tried before. Yeah, I think people.
Y'all want to keep that video? I'm gonna delete that one.
It is jungle primary day in California. And what we are seeing is massive for the GOP. You are not going to believe the early numbers. In fact, surprisingly, Republicans have an advantage in early voting returns compared to Democrats, despite the fact that Democrats are a 2-to-1 registration favorite in the state. That means for every 2 Democrats, there's 1 Republican. Yet somehow, right now, Republicans have the early voting advantage. Now, in key congressional races, we are seeing Democrats pull ahead in the early voting data, but statewide, as of yesterday, it looks like Republicans have a massive advantage. They try to explain this away, but there's no real way to do it, because typically in California, Democrats maintain an advantage no matter what, just because they outnumber Republicans 2-1. But that doesn't mean we are going to get a clean race. Now, we've got 2 big races to keep an eye on, and that is the governor's race, where Steve Hilton, the Republican, is expected to advance in the
I hope so.
And so
I hope so.
Spencer Pratt in Los Angeles. And oh boy, the Democrats are freaking out about this. What we are seeing in California, regardless of whether or not Spencer Pratt or Steve Hilton actually win in November, what we are seeing today in the data from California could spell the apocalypse for Democrats. Turnout is already really good. Enthusiasm is already through the roof for the Republicans. And this means, come the midterms, Democrats are in for a nasty little treat. Republicans are doing that anyone expects when the president is involved in an unfavorable war, the economy is not so good, gas prices are super high, and this is where the dirty games come in, my friends. ABC News reported yesterday burned ballots and vandalized voting center prompt investigations ahead of.
They started already cheating in LA. These are some bitches.
Tuesday's California primary. Did you think it would be easy?
Right.
Did you think they would go quiet into that good night? Pratt donors have shifted their funding into, let's just call it more surreptitious means to secure power. We're seeing riots in Newark. We're seeing far-left extremists being empowered, emboldened, and propped up in media.
We don't need to go there because we're dealing with LA. Exactly. Right, Russell. Exactly. But damn it, he did something. He went to the jungles in Watts. He went to the 60s in Crenshaw. He went there.
Most importantly,
I like him. This is TV media.
Here right now are the final words, right? The final message that the final message that Karen Bass, Nitya Raman, and Spencer Pratt have for voters today, because today is election day in California. So let's get into the nonsense, right, of Karen Bass and Nitya Raman and their final message, and the real message that matters, which is the final message of Spencer Pratt. So let's get into this clip next.
You know what? Let me start this exact because he voted for Spencer. Okay, here we go.
Okay, what's going on, everybody?
This TV media.
Live. Thank you all for joining me today. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, share this video on your social media platforms, and please, 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 most importantly, do not forget to follow me on Telegram at TV Media Group to help circumvent social media censorship and shadow banning, okay? And with the introduction out the way, let's get into today's news. Let's get this stream started. Now, I know you see what the title of today's video is. You saw the caption on the thumbnail. I have to start the stream off by saying this. Under no circumstances am I a doomer. Do not get it misunderstood. I woke up this morning. I voted for Spencer Pratt.
Yes.
And I voted for Steve Hilton. Okay?
Yes.
I'm not a doomer. I'm not telling you that woe is us. There's no way that we can win an election in California because of all of the fraud and corruption. I'm just here to give you the information to expose the shenanigans that go on here in California politics and Los Angeles politics. Okay? I do believe and I know that there's a path to victory for Spencer Pratt and Stephen Hilton. So I just want to establish that first things first, all right? I just want to make sure to establish that before we move forward. And now that that's established, I want to start with this clip here, just to allow some more people to enter into the live chat. And what we're going to watch here right now are the final words, right? The final message that Stephen Hilton, the final message that Karen Bass, Nitya Raman, and Spencer Pratt have for voters today, because today is election day in California. So let's get into the nonsense, right, of Karen Bass and Nitya Raman and their final message, and the real message that matters, which is the final message of Spencer Pratt. So let's get into this clip next. My final message to voters is, in the last few years, we brought down housing homelessness for the first time 2 years in a row.
If that ain't some bullshit, that's bullshit. That's a lie.
1,000 units of housing, crime rates down to 60 years low. We have the Olympic.
That's a lie.
The World Cup coming. Los Angeles is ready for an incredible recovery. It's so just comical listening to Mayor Bass speak, because everything she's saying is a lie. I live here in Los Angeles. She's just shouting out numbers. You know, homelessness is not down 2 years in a row. Maybe on paper it is, right? Maybe on paper for her, and that's all they need is for it to be down on paper. In real life, we living in Los Angeles. Homelessness is not down. Homeless encampments are still up. You're still stepping over, human bodies, wondering, like, did they OD or are they sleeping? I don't know. This is kind of crazy. Nothing has changed, all right? Nothing has changed under Karen Bass. This woman is a liar. But now listen to what Nitya Raman had to say. Listen to this foolishness. Angelina is your feeling that this city is moving in the wrong direction. What I'm offering is urgency to tackle the issues that are at the forefront of people's minds and a real plan to address our cost of living crisis and our homelessness crisis. Did you hear what this woman said? Her game plan, right, to win the election is essentially the Kamala Harris game plan. She just said that Angelinos, the people of Los Angeles, feel that we're moving in the wrong direction. You're in LA City Council.
Facts.
You're part of the reason why we have moved in the wrong direction.
Facts.
She's been sitting in Los Angeles City Council for years.
Facts.
So how are you saying
and you just not figuring that shit out?
wrong direction when you're the reason that we are going down the wrong direction? These people are ridiculous. They're unintelligent. You know what I mean? It reminds me of when Kamala Harris was running, right, in her comical campaign with Tim Walz. And she was saying, it's time for a change. America, we need to move forward and move on, and we need to change. And it's like, well, you're the vice president. So, right, we need to move on and change from you. This is, like I said, this is unintelligent. This is craziness. That anybody would even vote for this person, let alone Karen Bass. But now, let's get to the man himself, Spencer Pratt. Crisis. My opponents are the reason the city's failing. So anything they say is just more lies. They know with me we're changing what's going on. We're stopping it. So it's not like a closed government. They're already excited about me. And the reason I'm here is because I'm not like these people. I don't have that experience of failing like they have. That's a fact.
That part.
They have the experience of failing over and over and over again, while telling you it's time for a change and it's time for us to move forward. Yes, once again, it's time for a change and to move forward from foolish liberal policies, from Karen Bass and Nikki Rahman. That's what it's time for. But in order to do that, everyone has to come out and play their part and vote Spencer Pratt. Because once again, we discussed this a little bit yesterday, and I want to touch on it some more today. He is definitely in for an uphill climb, as well as Stephen Hilton. As you can see here, concerning mail-in ballots and all of the shenanigans that surround that, look at this here. The Los Angeles Times is already priming us up for a long wait to find out who's going to advance in the primaries.
There go the bullshit right there. That's the bullshit.
To find out for a long wait to find out what the primary results are going to be. Look at this here. Here we go. LA Times. Vote count for California governor and LA mayor could be painfully slow. They didn't even say it could take a while. It might be a couple days. They said it could be painfully slow. Okay? Painfully slow. Don't expect instant gratification. There is no excuse for this other than cheating, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts. Facts.
Mail-in ballots is just the most fraudulent thing.
So, Liz, I'll be right back.
To, elections in modern society. The only person and people who should be receiving mail-in ballots should be those who are actually disabled. And you have to request it. It doesn't come to your house automatically, like what you see happening now. You got to request it, and you're actually disabled. Other than that, everybody else show up to the polling booth just like I did this morning in person and cast your ballot. I just wanted to show you. They're already gearing up for this foolishness. And that's why, once again, I don't mean to just sit up here and just be campaigning for Spencer Pratt. But it's just the reality is that you got to show up, right? And I want to reestablish once again, the point of me making this video and talking about this stuff is not to, oh man, what's the point? They're just going to cheat anyway. No. We have to beat them at their own game in order to change the game. And Steve Hilton spoke on that this morning on Fox News. And I want to play what he had to say because he said the same thing that I said just now. Okay? I want to play it because he said it a lot more eloquently and better than I did. Right? So check this out here. This is when he was asked about the recent voter interference that occurred, I believe it was yesterday that we talked about. There were ballots, mail-in ballots that were found burnt and on fire inside of a ballot box, right? And here in Los Angeles, in downtown Los Angeles, and then there was a polling station that was vandalized in Long Beach, all right? So when Stephen Hilton was asked about it, or Steve Hilton, I always say Stephen Hilton. When Steve Hilton was asked about it, this is what he had to say. So let me play that clip next, and please hit the like button if you haven't already. Thank you very much. Well, exactly. Well, this is why we've got to change our systems in California. This ridiculous way we have a month of early voting. They send out ballots to everyone on these voter rolls that used to be completely wrong. About 3 years ago, it's 2023, the California Secretary of State said that there were 9 million wrong names on the voter list in California. Just to put that in context, I'm just going to need just under 6 million to win in November. President Trump got 6.1 million votes here in 2024. It's a huge problem when you've got these voter rolls that are so out of date. They're sending ballots out to everyone. You've got these drop boxes all over the place that aren't secure in the way that people would expect. We've got to change the system. But the only way we can do that is actually to win using the current system. That's why what the president said in 2024 is so right. We've got to make it too big to ring. Everyone's got to get out and vote. Then we're in a position to bring some sanity back to our election system, as well as everything else. Like he said, it has to be too big. It has to be. That's why everybody has to turn up and show out, and vote you guys in. But because if not, then it's too easy to rig. It becomes too easy, okay? And I want to point this out right here, because I never actually got an opportunity. Well, he voted for Spencer Pratt, too. What can I learn from you? That's so funny. What can I learn from you? A lot. That's why you're watching me right now. Well, shout out to What Can I Learn From You? What can I learn from you? Break the glass scenario. For those of you who don't know what that means, where that came from, that was a like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I hope Spencer Pratt wins. I hope he wins. I hope Angelinos went out there and voted. Like, share, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. I'll be back with Lil Durk.